Join me as I dive into the world of Kulr stock and challenge myself to predict if it's really ready to explode in 2025. Kulr Technology is a company that has caught my attention, and I'm excited to share with you why. They're focused on thermal management solutions, which is an area that's becoming increasingly important in today's market. With the rise of electric vehicles, renewable energy, and advanced technologies, thermal management is becoming a critical component in many industries. And Kulr is right at the forefront of this trend. The journey hasn't been easy for Kulr, though. They've faced stiff competition from established players in the market, and that's made it tough for them to gain traction. Additionally, they've had to overcome financial hurdles, which have put a strain on their resources. It hasn't been easy, and the stock price has reflected that. There have been times when it seemed like the company was on the brink of collapse, and investors were left wondering if they'd made a mistake. But despite these challenges, Kulr has persevered. They've continued to innovate and improve their technology, and that's helped them stay competitive. However, the financial struggles have taken a toll on the company's stock price, and it's been a rollercoaster ride for investors. It's hard to predict what's going to happen next, but one thing is for sure, Kulr can't afford to make any mistakes if they want to stay ahead of the game. As an investor, it's tough to know what to do in situations like this. Do you hold on to the stock and hope that things turn around, or do you cut your losses and move on? It's a tough decision, and there's no right or wrong answer. But what I do know is that Kulr's future is uncertain, and that uncertainty is what makes it so interesting. Recent developments have given me a glimmer of hope, though. Kulr's technology has continued to improve, and they've formed some exciting partnerships that could lead to big things. The market trends are also shifting in their favor, and that's got me thinking that maybe, just maybe, this stock is about to take off. It's hard to say for sure, but one thing is certain, Kulr is definitely worth keeping an eye on. The thermal management market is expected to grow exponentially in the next few years, and Kulr is well positioned to take advantage of that growth. They've got the technology, the expertise, and the partnerships to make it happen. And with their stock price still relatively low, it could be a great time to get in on the ground floor. Of course, there are no guarantees in the stock market, but the potential is definitely there. One of the key factors that could lead to a significant stock price increase is the growing demand for electric vehicles. As more and more countries commit to going green, the demand for EVs is going to skyrocket, and that's going to lead to a huge increase in demand for thermal management solutions. Kulr is already working with some of the biggest names in the industry, and that gives them a huge advantage over their competitors. Another factor is the upcoming release of new products and technologies that could revolutionize the industry. Kulr has been working on some top-secret projects, and if they can deliver on their promises, it could be a game-changer. Of course, there's always a risk that things won't work out as planned, but the potential reward is definitely worth the risk. So, what does the future hold for Kulr stock? It's impossible to predict with certainty, but one thing is for sure, the next few months are going to be crucial. If Kulr can deliver on its promises and capitalize on the growing demand for thermal management solutions, then the stock price could explode in 2025. It's a risky investment, but the potential reward is huge. In conclusion, Kulr stock is definitely worth keeping an eye on. They've got the technology, the partnerships, and the market trends on their side, and that's a recipe for success. Of course, there are no guarantees in the stock market, but the potential is definitely there. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on Kulr's future in the comments below. Do you think they've got what it takes to make it big in 2025, or are you more skeptical? Let me know, and don't forget to check out my analysis on other stocks that could be about to explode.